Good evening and welcome to the Channel Studios here in London with your international news around the world in 5. Russian missiles have hit an aircraft repair plant near Lviv in western Ukraine, a city that has become a safe haven for people fleeing the war. Smoke could be seen rising above the factory near the city. It is the closest the conflict has come to Lviv, a key humanitarian supply route and a hub for hundreds of thousands of people who have fled. Footage released by the Azov Battalion of the National Guard also shows the shelled theatre in Mariupol, where people were sheltering. So far, 130 people have been rescued, but hundreds more remain trapped under the rubble. More than 350,000 people are sheltering in the besieged southern port city. In a statement, Russia's defense ministry said separatists, with help from Russia's armed forces, were tightening the noose around Mariupol. And here in the town of Kharkiv, rescuers work to find people in the rubble. At least one person was killed and 11 injured in this attack. Kiev has so far not seen fighting as intense as other cities, but this could be about to change. Drone footage shows the extent of the damage here. One person was killed and 4 were wounded after parts of a Russian missile fell on a residential building in the capital. Former world boxing heavyweight champion Vladimir Klitschko has once again urged the West to take an active position and provide support.
Mariupol, Kharkiv, Kherson, Bucha, Gostomel, we can count endlessly. Those cities are destroyed. Life is destroyed and taken. Children are getting killed. They're aiming not at the military objects. Just in Mariupol, they aimed at the theater with up to 1,000 women and children were hiding. They bombed it recklessly, senselessly. This is genocide of the Ukrainian population.
China's state-owned broadcaster has announced that President Xi Jinping and US President Joe Biden were to exchange views on issues of mutual concern in a phone call. China has refused to condemn Russia's action in Ukraine or call it an invasion, but analysts say the tone coming from Beijing is changing.
China is now sitting on a diplomatic straddle that on the one hand, well, they felt because Russia has infringed international law, whereas on the other hand, and China also felt itself having the so-called comprehensive strategic partnership with Russia. And therefore, China is just in a very difficult situation.
Meanwhile, Britain's media regulator has revoked the television channel RT's licence to broadcast in the United Kingdom, citing its links to the Kremlin. The regulator Ofcom said in a statement that RT received funding from the Russian state, which has launched a war on Ukraine and cracked down on independent journalism. Ofcom was not satisfied that RT could be a responsible broadcaster and revoked its licence with immediate effect. It said its investigation took into account RT's relationship with the Russian government. A video address by Hollywood actor Arnold Schwarzenegger to the Russian people was trending on Russian Twitter today.
I'm sending this message through various different channels to reach my dear Russian friends.
The Austrian-born former bodybuilder champion, whose film Red Heat was the first US film shot in Moscow's Red Square, speaks of his affection for the Russian people. But he also warns Russians they are being fed misinformation about their country's assault on Ukraine. Addressing Russian President Vladimir Putin directly, he says, "You started this war and you can stop it." A dramatic sandstorm has been seen engulfing the Diego de Almagro commune in Chile, leaving over 9,000 homes temporarily without power. Video showed a large looming cloud of dust approaching the town of Diego de Almagro in northern Chile on the edge of the Atacama Desert. Authorities kept the region on alert for possible thunderstorms, sandstorms, heavy rainfall and hail. Roads were blocked due to rain and hail in the region, and 75 houses reportedly suffered damage in Inca de Oro village. And NASA's next-generation moon rocket has begun a highly anticipated slow-motion journey out of its assembly plant en route to the launch pad in Florida. The SLS Orion, which cost around $37 billion to develop, including ground systems, constitutes the backbone of NASA's Artemis program, aimed at returning astronauts to the moon and establishing a long-term lunar colony. It's hoped the mega rocket, standing taller than the Statue of Liberty, will in the future mark a new period in space exploration. And that's your international news around the world in 5. Now back to Channel Studios in Lagos.